What makes Hollywood's most notorious bachelor finally surrender his freedom and admit he was wrong about love? For decades, George Clooney proudly wore the crown of Hollywood's most eligible bachelor, famously declaring he would never again walk down the aisle after his failed marriage to Talia Balsam in 1993, as he charmed his way through a string of glamorous relationships with celebrities like Sarah Larson, Elisabetta Canales, and Stacy Keibler. The world wondered, would anyone ever capture the heart of this committed bachelor? The answer arrived in an unexpected package, not in the form of another Hollywood starlet, but through a brilliant international human rights lawyer who had never sought the spotlight. When George Clooney met Amal Alamuddin at his Lake Como home in 2013, something shifted in the universe of this seemingly unchangeable man. What was it about this accomplished attorney that made one of Hollywood's most steadfast bachelors completely reverse his stance on marriage? Perhaps it was her disinterest in his celebrity status, or her dedication to fighting for justice on the global stage. Whatever the magnetic force, their connection was immediate and profound. For the first time in his life, Clooney found himself facing an uncomfortable truth. His carefully constructed life of freedom and independence felt incomplete. Now, over a decade later, as rumors of marital struggles surface and their twins Alexander and Ella grow up in the spotlight, questions arise about whether this unlikely union can withstand the pressures of their vastly different worlds. Has the former bachelor truly found his match? Or are the very reasons that kept him single for so long threatening to unravel what seemed to be Hollywood's perfect love story?
So now, who do you think started? Do you think Portia started that rumor? It's every day some other story. I think I'm on the cover of a magazine. Amal and I are fighting getting divorced.
Oh, already?
That's sad.
So sorry.
Well, we tried.
You look good together.
We gave it a good run.
The couple's 2014 Venice wedding marked a new chapter in Clooney's life. The ceremony, held at the Aman Canal Grand Hotel, was an elegant affair that captured global attention. In the early years of their marriage, they seemed to successfully balance their busy careers with their personal life, maintaining their rule of never spending more than a week apart. The birth of twins Alexander and Ella in June 2017 brought new joy and challenges to their relationship. Becoming a father at 56, Clooney embraced parenthood with enthusiasm, often sharing humorous stories about the challenges of raising twins. The children's arrival seemed to strengthen their bond initially, with both parents working to create a stable, nurturing environment despite their demanding careers. Recent reports suggest the couple has been facing increasing challenges in their marriage. Several factors have contributed to these difficulties. The Clooney marriage finds itself at a critical juncture, facing mounting challenges that have become increasingly difficult to ignore. At the forefront of their struggles are the significant distance and scheduling conflicts that plague their relationship. George's forthcoming year-long commitment to Broadway in New York marks another extended period of separation, while Amal continues her demanding work as an international human rights lawyer. According to sources close to the couple, their time together has dwindled dramatically, with the pair spending merely 10% of their day in each other's company. This situation is further complicated by their maintenance of multiple residences across different countries, creating logistical challenges that strain their relationship. The 17-year age difference between the couple has emerged as an increasingly sensitive issue. George, now 63, has begun to privately voice concerns about aging, particularly in contrast to Amal's vibrant energy and flourishing career. Insiders reveal that George has become more self-conscious about this age gap, frequently expressing worry about its long-term implications for their relationship. This anxiety has reportedly intensified as he observes Amal's continued professional ascent, while he grapples with the natural effects of aging. Their demanding career priorities have created additional tension within their marriage. Amal's unwavering dedication to her legal career and human rights advocacy continues unabated, while George juggles various film projects and business ventures. Their once sacred promise to never spend more than a week apart has become increasingly difficult to honor as their professional obligations pull them in opposite directions. This career-driven separation has begun to create emotional distance alongside the physical separation. Perhaps most concerning is the impact these challenges have had on their family life, particularly affecting their 7-year-old twins, Alexander and Ella. The children have become increasingly aware of their parents' separate lives and busy schedules, forcing them to adapt to a unique family dynamic. The struggle to maintain family unity across multiple residences has created additional complexity, while the constant balance between privacy and public life adds another layer of stress to their family situation. Sources close to the family have noted significant changes in the twins' behavior and development. Alexander has shown signs of premature maturity, potentially as a coping mechanism for the complex family dynamics. Meanwhile, Ella has gravitating more toward her mother's interests and lifestyle, perhaps seeking to strengthen their connection during periods of separation. Despite these challenges, both children have shown remarkable resilience and adaptability, becoming fluent in English, Italian, and Arabic, a proof to their international upbringing and exposure to diverse cultures. Recent developments suggest that the couple is making concerted efforts to address their marital issues. George has reportedly stepped up his commitment to family time, making more conscious attempts to be romantic and attentive to Amal. Their recent 10th anniversary celebration served as a public demonstration of unity, though sources suggest the private reality may be more complicated. Both continue to support each other's professional endeavors, even as they struggle to find common ground in their personal lives. Their Villa Oleandra in Lake Como, Italy, has evolved into a complex symbol of their relationship. While it serves as a cherished family retreat, it has also become George's primary workspace, blurring the lines between professional and personal life. The property serves as the focal point for family gatherings and represents the location where they spend most of their limited time together. However, the constant media attention the villa attracts has added another layer of pressure to their already strained relationship. Despite their personal challenges, both George and Amal continue to achieve remarkable professional success. George maintains his position as a Hollywood powerhouse, engaging in high-profile film projects and managing successful business ventures, including his lucrative Casamigos tequila brand. He has also expanded his humanitarian work, demonstrating his commitment to causes beyond the entertainment industry. Amal continues to handle landmark international legal cases, advocate for human rights, and hold prestigious teaching positions, all while building her global influence in the legal and humanitarian spheres. The Clooney Foundation for Justice has emerged as a significant binding force in their relationship, providing a shared platform for their humanitarian work. Through their foundation's involvement in over 40 countries, they have found a way to collaborate meaningfully despite their busy schedules. This shared commitment to justice and humanitarian causes has become a source of mutual pride and purpose, offering some common ground amid their other challenges. Looking toward the future, the couple faces several possible scenarios and is actively exploring various solutions. These include potential reductions in work commitments, the pursuit of more collaborative projects, and efforts to establish more structured family time. However, they continue to grapple with persistent career demands, geographic separation, age-related concerns, and constant public scrutiny. Their ability to navigate these challenges while maintaining their marriage and family unity remains to be seen. Throughout all these challenges, the well-being of their children remains paramount. Both George and Amal are deeply committed to providing a stable environment for Alexander and Ella, emphasizing education and cultural awareness, while shielding them from excessive media attention. Their dedication to nurturing their children's individual interests and talents remains unwavering, even as they work through their own relationship difficulties. While the Clooneys maintain a united public front, sources suggest they face significant internal struggles in balancing their personal and professional lives. Their commitment to working through these challenges privately while protecting their children from public speculation demonstrates their mature approach to these difficulties. Despite the obstacles they face, their shared determination to maintain family unity and their commitment to their children continues to drive their efforts to preserve their partnership. Their story continues to evolve, with both partners working to navigate their challenges while maintaining their professional achievements and family unity. The outcome of their efforts remains to be seen, but their commitment to their children appears to be the driving force in their decisions moving forward.
There's an effort now to address environmental concerns and climate change. Tonight, county leaders met with advocates to discuss solutions through legislation. Our reporter, Yamari Sase, was there and brings us a story.
People around the world were surprised when Prince George, who is only 11 years old, broke silence and shocked everyone. He spoke up about taking care of our planet.
Oh, I love him. Cheeky chappy.
Usually, young members of the royal family stay quiet in public, but George decided it was time to share what he thinks about protecting the environment. Standing next to his parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, he asked a simple but important question. If we don't take care of the earth, who will? George isn't like most kids his age. He goes to Lambrook School in Berkshire, where he learns regular subjects like math and science, but he also has to learn about being a future king. His parents try very hard to give him a normal childhood while teaching him about his special role. At school, he plays sports, makes friends, and does homework just like other children. But he also has to understand that one day he will be the King of England. His parents have done a good job of slowly helping him get used to being in public. The first time many people saw him was in 2015, when he stood on the balcony of Buckingham Palace with his family. Since then, he's been to many important events. He even had a special job at his grandfather King Charles's coronation, where he helped carry the king's robes. Through all of this, he usually just smiled and waved, which is why his recent words about the environment made such big news. When George talked about protecting the earth, lots of people had different reactions.
It's all about succession.
You have to wonder if when he's standing up there on days like today and looking around going, wow, one day, this is all going to be for me.
Some people, like the famous young activist Greta Thunberg, were very happy to hear him speak up. She wrote online that it was good to see young leaders caring about the planet. Many other people agreed, saying it was nice to see someone so young care about such important things. But some people weren't sure if a prince should talk about these topics, wondering if he was too young or if royals should stay quiet about big issues. George's interest in the environment comes from his family. His father, Prince William, and his grandfather, King Charles, both care a lot about nature and protecting animals.
Living organisms dependent on soil, rain, and sunlight were here as they laid the first stones of Windsor Castle. That makes some of the oaks here almost 1,000 years old. These trees germinated during the reign of William the Conqueror in 1066 from a simple acorn like this. By the time that Henry VIII lived here, they'd grown into mature, impressive giants. And amazingly, some of those very same trees still survive here today.
They've spent many years talking about why we need to take care of our planet. Now George is showing that he cares about these things too, but he's talking about them in his own way, using words that other kids his age can understand. At Lambrook School, George learns about the environment just like other students. He studies about animals, plants, and how to protect nature. But he also gets to do fun things like play soccer, learn music, and spend time with his friends. His parents think it's very important for him to have both regular school experiences and special lessons about being royal. This helps him understand both the normal world and his special place in it. The way George's parents are raising him is different from how princes were raised in the past. William and Catherine want their children to feel comfortable talking about their feelings and sharing what they think. They take George and his siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, to regular places like parks and movies. They want them to understand how most people live, even though their own life is very different. What makes George's recent words so special is that they show he's starting to understand his role as a future leader. Even though he's still a kid who likes to play sports and hang out with friends, he's also learning that he can use his voice to help make the world better. His parents look very proud when he shows this understanding, knowing that their way of raising him is helping him grow into someone who cares about important issues. Many people who watch the royal family say this could be the start of something new, In the past, young royals were expected to be seen but not heard. Now, George is showing that even young members of the royal family can speak up about things they care about. This might change how future kings and queens act, making them more open to talking about important issues that affect everyone. The way George spoke about the environment was perfect for his age. He didn't use big, complicated words or try to sound like a grown-up. Instead, he talked in a way that other kids could understand, making his message clear and powerful. This showed that he wasn't just repeating what adults told him to say. He really understood and cared about what he was talking about. His school friends and teachers must be proud to see him using what he learns in class to talk about real-world problems. At Lambrook, students learn about taking care of the environment through special projects and outdoor activities. George brings these lessons to life when he speaks about protecting the earth, showing other kids that what they learn in school matters in the real world. George's mother, Princess Catherine, helps him feel confident about speaking in public. She knows what it's like to join the royal family from a normal life, so she can help George understand both worlds. She and William make sure George knows it's okay to care about big issues and to talk about them, as long as he does it in a respectful way. As George grows up, we might hear more from him about things he cares about. His recent words about the environment show that he's growing into someone who wants to help make the world better. He's learning to balance being a regular kid with being a future king. And so far, he's doing a really good job at both. The way George is growing up, going to a regular school, playing sports, and now speaking about things he cares about, shows that the royal family is changing with the times. They're learning that it's good to let young royals have their own voice and share their thoughts about important things. This might help make the royal family more connected to regular people, especially young ones who care about the same things George does. What's most important is that George seems happy and comfortable in his role. Whether he's in his school uniform studying with his classmates or standing in front of cameras talking about protecting the environment, he shows that you can be both a regular kid and someone who helps make the world better. That's a lesson everyone can learn from, whether they're a prince or not.
Yesterday, I saw for the first time what a massive disconnect there was between social media and the real world, because we were flooded with phone calls from people all day, literally around the world. Very positive, very supportive, going, I understand what you do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But once in a while, I would get a text or a call from someone and go, oh man, I hope you're doing okay. And I call him back and I go, well, Eddie Glaude was one of them. I go, Eddie, are you on Twitter?
Joe Scarborough's personal journey through 3 marriages mirrors his transformation from rising political star to media powerhouse. Each relationship has not only impacted his personal life, but also influenced how the public sees him and the direction of his career. Let's take a closer look. In 1986, Scarborough married his college sweetheart, Melanie Hinton. Their relationship began in the halls of academia and would witness his meteoric rise in politics. Together, they welcomed 2 sons, Andrew Scarborough and Charles Joey Scarborough, while Joe built his political career. His election to the United States House of Representatives in 1994 marked the beginning of an impressive political run, winning re-elections in 1996, 1998, and 2000. The pressures of life in Washington eventually took a toll on their marriage. By 1999, their relationship ended amid rumors of an affair. The divorce settlement was significant, $20 million in cash, highlighting both Scarborough's wealth and the circumstances of their split. Despite the challenges, they agreed to share custody of their sons. This period also saw Scarborough defending his children against Washington rumors. Joe said in 2001, denying these false claims, "There are wild rumors going around that both of my boys have cancer, and there are wild rumors going around my district that both of my boys are juvenile delinquents." By October 2001, Scarborough had begun a new chapter with Susan Warren, a former aide to Florida Governor Jeb Bush. Their marriage aligned with his transition from politics to media. Warren, who had worked as a congressional committee staffer, understood the political world Scarborough was leaving behind. They welcomed daughter Kate in August 2003 and son Jack in May 2008. The launch of Morning Joe in 2007 marked a crucial turning point. Scarborough's transition to media personality brought new pressures and opportunities. Warren occasionally appeared on the show to discuss her charity work, maintaining a public presence in their relationship. However, behind the scenes, challenges were mounting. Their divorce, finalized in January 2013, revealed the financial success Scarborough had achieved at MSNBC. Earning $99,038 weekly, he provided Warren with a $150,000 lump sum payment and structured monthly support $30,000 for 5 years, followed by $25,000 for 2 additional years. He also assumed responsibility for their Connecticut home and their children's education. But wait, there is more. One of the most surprising details was their living arrangement after the divorce. The couple stayed in the same Connecticut home, but followed strict house rules. They each had their own space and weren't allowed to cross into the other's area after 7 p.m. The only exception was emergencies involving their children. Interestingly, Scarborough kept wearing his wedding ring on TV for months after the divorce was finalized. During this period, viewers began noticing chemistry between Scarborough and his co-host Mika Brzezinski, though both parties insisted their relationship remain professional until after their respective divorces. Their on-air dynamic sparked speculation. Brzezinski's divorce from James Hoffer in 2016 cleared the way for their relationship to evolve. Their wedding in November 2018 at the National Archives in Washington, D.C. was deliberately low-key. "We wanted it to be really small and simple," Brzezinski told Vanity Fair. "Everything we do is exposed, so we want this to be private until it's over." The ceremony united not just 2 people, but 2 families, Scarborough's 4 children and Brzezinski's daughters, Carly and Emily. Recent years have brought new challenges. Sources close to the couple report that spending every waking moment together is just too much, with their famous on-air banter occasionally escalating into real conflict. Their professional and personal lives have become completely intertwined, creating unique pressures. Their relationship with Trump has undergone dramatic shifts since their early interactions. The former president's social media attacks, including promoting debunked conspiracy theories about Scarborough's involvement in a 2001 staff member's accidental death, created genuine security concerns. Yet their recent meeting showed a markedly different dynamic, with Trump appearing interested in finding common ground with Democrats. The financial aspects of Scarborough's marriages reflect his rising media status. From the $20 million settlement with Hinton to the carefully structured payments to Warren, each divorce agreement demonstrated increasing wealth and complexity. His current MSNBC salary of $99,038 weekly underscores his evolution from congressman to media powerhouse. Professional success, however, hasn't shielded their marriage from scrutiny. Recent reports suggest increasing